So I was saying, when the one way we find snowfall amounts is you take our liquid equivalent and you multiply it by the snowfall ratio, which is probably going to be around 10 Tuesday night. So if you multiply in the dark blue area here by 10, that's 5 to 8 inches. If you go in the lighter blue area, darker blue, the second darkest shade of blue here, that is 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch. That's about 8 to 10, 7 to 10 inches. And then over the Twin Forks, you have a lighter shade of blue, and down into southeastern Massachusetts, Rhode Island, that would be up to a foot, and then over a foot in Cape Cod, and that would be almost up to 2 feet over, the Cape out here. So again, this is not really accurate. This is kind of an amateur way of finding snowfall amounts, but I do utilize this from time to time. I'll talk more about what I think for snowfall amounts in a minute with my threat area. But what I want to show you. We're going to look at a thing here from the GFS. Wind speed. I want to show you the max wind speed here. On Wednesday night, you have 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts coming on shore with the low pressure system. And then Wednesday morning, you have 35 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour. I just want to give you an idea here. Look at the European model. Look at this. When you have isobars that close together, what that means is the pressure gradient in between those, the pressure difference from bar to bar, is extremely large. And when you have a steep pressure gradient like that, the winds are really strong, and that's what creates blizzard conditions. So, according to the simulation of the GFS, you're going to have pretty strong winds coming on shore. I think there's going to be, if not blizzard, near blizzard conditions out over eastern Long Island, possibly over Nassau County as well in Long Island. I think New York City will escape the blizzard conditions. Coming up into eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, you could have some blizzard conditions. Extending up the eastern coast of New Hampshire, up into Maine, Boston, you could experience blizzard conditions from this storm. So, there's something to keep in mind as we get closer. I wouldn't be surprised if blizzard warnings get issued with this storm over the eastern sections. I think it's possible. So that's the other thing you have to watch out for with this. So we've looked at the models, we went over blizzard conditions, we went over the quantitative precipitation forecast. Now it's time to give you my threat area, which is still the same as yesterday. The models are pretty keen on the track now, so you have to see where the low is going to close off and what the tilt of the trough is going to be. Now, the blue area is, I think anywhere in the blue area you have a chance of 6 or more inches of snow. Okay, so that's my thinking. I think the better chance of that is in the black dashed area. I think areas west of there, I don't think you would get more than 6 inches of snow. I think you would probably be up to 6. That would be the better threat, for up to 6 west of the black dashed area there. Within the black dashed area, so for places like central and eastern Long Island, southeastern Connecticut, Rhode Island, eastern Massachusetts, southeastern New Hampshire, and the eastern coast of Maine, I think you have a very good chance of 6 or more inches. And New York City, I would throw you in there for 6 or more inches. Now, if you want me to give you areas that could get over a foot, I think the places that could see over a foot of snow or up to a foot of snow, Suffolk County on Long Island, I think you could see up to a foot of snow. The Twin Forks could get more. Over towards Montauk Point, you get a little over a foot. The southeastern Massachusetts, you're screwed. You're definitely getting up to a foot, and especially over Cape Cod. Like, Cape Cod is so screwed with this storm. Like, they're just getting a lot of snow. Like, pretty much guaranteed. If the low takes the track that it's scheduled to take right now, then Cape Cod is going to get, a foot or more of snow. Pretty sure. Boston, I think you could see up to a foot. Eastern coast of Maine, if the low turns north, you could see up to a foot as well. And if the low comes further west, some locations might see even more than that. So that's my basic thinking right now. Eastern coast of New Jersey, I think you're more like 6 to 10, 6 or more, 6 to 8. New York City, 6 inches or more. I don't think you'll get up to a foot. Western sections of Long Island, you could see maybe up to 10 inches. I don't think you'll get more than that. And then Suffolk County on Long Island could see a foot. And then eastern Long Island could see even more if it comes far enough west. If the low closes off early enough, if the trough is negative, and if the energy comes together earlier so that the low can close off. And yesterday the models are favoring this track here. They're actually shifting just a little bit further to the west now with this afternoon's runs. So that's why I'm saying I think there's a chance of seeing up to a foot. They're actually gearing towards track number 1 on my threat map. Now the orange area, oh, and by the way, down south, across Maryland, Delaware, these areas, I don't think you'll get more than 6. I really think you'll see less than that. It'll probably be more like a 3 to 5. Virginia, I don't think you'll get more than 2 to 4. Okay? Now extending westward, this orange area, remember I told you there's a third piece of energy that's going to combine with the other 2 pieces? Well, what that's going to do is as that comes through, there's going to be a chance of some light snow in the orange area, so you might have to watch out for that. So that'll be, a 1 to 3 maybe in certain areas. And I don't really, I've done, this is the second video I've done, so I don't really feel like spending any more time, but I've noticed a lot of similarities in this setup to the blizzard we had last year on February 8th, I think it was. You had a storm form down in the Gulf, move up the coast, and like this, you had another disturbance coming across the upper Midwest, moving east, and it combined with the storm coming up the coast to make a really major storm. So I'm seeing 2 different systems coming together. That setup is very the same. So if that comes together, I don't know if the storm will be on the caliber of last year's blizzard, because you got 3 feet of snow in central Suffolk County. But it could definitely be something close to that for this storm. I think, if this storm comes far enough west, that it'll be the storm of the winter for eastern New England, southern New England. Long Island, definitely storm of the winter if it comes further west. Cape Cod, southeastern Massachusetts, Boston, New York City, I think it's the storm of the winter for you guys if it comes far enough west. This is a very dangerous storm for these coastal sections, so you got to watch out. Okay? We'll have another update either later tonight if I feel up to it, or tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Also, if anybody knows how I can get access to a surface map for the European model, it would help me a lot, because it's really annoying that on Penn State eWall, the wind map isn't really that good. I can't really tell what what the model's doing with the low, because I did look at Facebook. This page on Facebook posted a surface map for the European. It showed really heavy snow coming into New York City and Long Island compared to the American model. But I don't have access to that, so I can't really talk about it on my videos. If anybody knows how I can legally, not illegally, legally get access to that, please let me know. I'm on Twitter, little underline thingy, I forgot what that's called, M_Offiero3. M_AUFIERO3. That's my Twitter. You can follow me if you want. If you know how I could get access to a surface map for the European, I believe that would be an 850 millibar map. That would be really nice, because I want to see what it's doing with the precipitation. If not, then I will stick with the other 3 models that I have. All right, thanks for watching. Sorry for that bit of a rant. All right, we'll update later.